Welcome here to Chicago. We have game three of this rubber match between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals here. We are all set for gameplay, almost ready to go. It's the Cubs facing the Nationals in game three of this three-game set. Let's go over some lineups for these two teams. First, for the visiting Washington Nationals, the 1 through 3 hitters, Abrams, Wood, and Adams playing short, DHing, and catching. The 4 through 6 hitters, Lyle, Chaparro, and Luis Garcia Jr. playing left, first, and second. And then 7 through 9 hitters, House, Cruz, and Hassel playing third, right, and center field. Alvarez is the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Nationals. For the Cubs, Horner, Happ, Suzuki playing second, left, and right. Kelly, Santana, and Swanson playing third, first, and short. And Turner, Shaw, and Alcantara playing DH, third, and center field. And Drew Pomeranz getting the opener to start this game. As we are set for first pitch here at Wrigley Field, the play ball sign has been given. As this is the fourth time that Drew Pomeranz has opened in this game. It has opened a game. And this season he has a 2.45 ERA. So we are set for first pitch here on Shy Sports Live. Game one or three of this series, and it's a rubber match. As the Cubs took game one pretty big over the Nationals, 11-5, and then it was a 2-1 win for the Nationals last night, yesterday afternoon, and this is game number three of this series. Bit of a different lineup for the Cubs, of course, with PCA going down with a contusion. That's going to change some stuff. And with Tucker already out, that'll do to change more stuff. First pitch of the game is a curveball and a strike to get us started here in Wrigley Field. First pitch, 121. Abrams hitting 265, 17 home runs. Here's the 0-1. Waves and misses at a fastball high and out of the zone. 0-2 on Abrams. Here's the 0-2. Check the swing. Home plate umpire said he went. That's a strikeout for Drew Pomeranz to start this game today. 3-pitch punch out. Side profile looks like Abrams definitely went. That was good action on that sweeper for the strikeouts. So bring up James Wood. Another lefty to pitch. Fastball misses high for ball one. Milwaukee on top of Pittsburgh right now, 5-1. They're in the bottom of the second inning. So, Cubs gotta still make up some ground. Wood flies this one towards left field. Happ is fighting the sun and will make the catch while he's falling down for the second out. It's windy and it's cool and it's bright as can be out there. And that is not surprising, but a pretty good catch from Happ to save any potential issues. We saw that in game one where there was some issues out there center field. So we got Riley Adams, first pitch. Fastball in the outer third, that's a strike 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swings and chases at a pitch 55 feet in front of him. 0-2, two strikes, two outs. Top of the first here at Wrigley Field, just getting underway. And a beautiful but cool afternoon in the north side of Chicago. Pomeranz comes set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's a quick 8-pitch, 1-2-3 inning for Pomeranz. We'll head to the bottom of the first here at Wrigley, scoreless. Welcome back here to Wrigley Field, bottom of the first. As Pomeranz threw an 8-pitch first inning, racked up 2 strikeouts and a fly out to left field, no hard hit contact. As Andrew Alvarez is the starting pitcher for the Washington Nationals on the mound today, number 54. Different look for the lineup today for the Cubs. You know, Horner's leading it off. That usually starts off with Bush. But Alvarez, the 26-year-old from Anaheim, California, he was a 12th round pick back in 2021, and he was the Nationals 2023 minor league pitcher of the year. So see how the youngster does it. First pitch, the Horner. Fastball low for ball 1. Alvarez hitting 89 on that fastball. Here is the 1-0. Give me over curve. That's a strike. 1-1 on Horner. Colin Rea in that bullpen. Probably going to come in after maybe Pomeranz will get another inning of pitching, but especially with only taking 8 pitches to get through the first 3 hitters. Here's the 1-1. Horner flies this one towards left field. Lyle goes back. Now he comes in a bit and will make the catch for the first out. So Horner goes down on some weak contact. Now bring up Ian Happ. So the Cubs coming in again 20 games above 500. They've been hovering around the 20 to 21 to 22 game above 500 range since this second half slump kind of started, which is still pretty good. Here's the first pitch to Happ. That's off to play with a curveball. Cubs are 36 and 33 since the All-Star break. Here's the 1-0. Just missing up, maybe away. Our zone tracker showed it as a strike, but let's roll the ball. Alvarez comes set. Here's the 2-0. It's backdoor again. That's a strike. That one technically missed off the plate according to our box, but Allen was given as a strike. So 2-1, 1 out. Bottom of the first, just getting started here at Wrigley. Here is the pitch from Alvarez. Another nice curve hitting the outer third for a strike. 2-2 now on Happ. Here's the 2-2. Line drive center field right at Hasselhoff for the second out. Happ continues to hit the ball pretty hard in these past few weeks, but that was right at Hassel. So to bring up Seiya Suzuki. Two outs here in the bottom of the eighth. The bottom of the second. First. Oh my gosh. Bottom of the first. Here is the first pitch. Swings over a curveball that missed low for strike 1. Seiya hitting .244 on the season. Here's the 0-1 from Alvarez. Chases a fastball high. It's 0-2 now on Suzuki. .27 home runs for Seiya. The 0-2. Not well received by Adams as that pitch caught the knees, but not well presented. Otherwise, we saw that in game 1. Probably would have been a third strike. Here's the 1-2. Again goes backdoor. Actually misses the glove of Adams, and it hits the part of the shin pad of the home plate umpire today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first here at Wrigley. She hit the lower pad. The 2-2. Third straight breaking ball misses. It's full now on Seiya. After he goes down 0-2, he becomes more patient as Alvarez tries to fire 3 straight off-speed pitches. Here's the 3-2. A 4th straight one. That's fouled off, back out of play. Seiya protecting. So bat started at 8 pitches. It's been a 6-pitch at bat. 3-2. foul ball, just got a piece of it. And Adams unable to hang on to it. So another good battle here. Another 3-2. Fly ball right field. Cruz will camp under it. And will make the catch for the third out. Cubs go down in order 1-2-3, don't score. Was it the second on Shy Sports Live? Scoreless in the rubber match. Welcome back into Wrigley Field. A quality 1-2-3 first inning for Drew Pomeranz. It's a short afternoon for him as Colin Reyes now into the game. He struggled in the first inning this year to get outs and avoid hard contact, but this is a strategy that Craig Counsell is going to try and work on here and try and get Reyes through the sixth inning. He's made 24 starts and 28 appearances, 4.30 ERA, but again, that first inning has been kind of his weakness. We'll see if that translates here to the second inning, if it's just like a first inning pitching issue he's been having. But he does throw a lot of ground balls, does not strike out many people, doesn't really walk that many people. It's Dalen Lyle, who's had a really good series, he'll step up to the plate, both offensively and defensively. Rhea will come set and the pitch. Line drive left center field. Happ goes back, now comes in and makes the catch for the first down. So it's now 9 pitches and 4 outs for Cubs pitching staff against the Nationals. That was the first hard hit ball of the Nats. We have Andres Chaparro. 171 on the season. The pitch. Fouled back off the screen and strike one. So 2 pitches for Ray, and both have been hits. 1 in play, 1 foul. Only 18 games on the season for Chaparro. Here's the 0-1. Low and a hair in, 1-1 now. That was some really good sinking action, but that did miss low and inside. 1-1. That nicks the corner for a strike. 1-2 now on Chaparro. Some late sinking action, just clipping that corner. Might have actually missed a tad off the plate, but it was close enough. 1-2 at the knees. Good pitch, and that's strike 3. Ray retires the first 2 hitters on 5 pitches, and that's 3 strikeouts now for Cubs pitching. We'll bring up Luis Garcia Jr. A home run in game 1. A 2-run shot. Here's the first pitch. Inside corner, that's a strike, 0-1. Phil Cuzzy behind the plate. 12 home runs and 60 RBIs for Luis. 122 games this season. Here's the 0-1. That's right there in the outer third. First strike, 0-2 now. Here comes sets. 0-2. Chases that one, shoulder high, fouls it off. Back behind home plate. Still 0-2. The 0-2. Waves at it, chops it off of Kelly's glove. We'll do it over again. It's now 9-1 Milwaukee in the top of the third. Bryce Terang has 2 RBIs in a run. Vaughn has an RBI. It's been a really good series from Milwaukee, and they're going to sweep Pittsburgh most likely. The 0-2 waves that changeup for strike 3. Nationals go down in order 1-2-3 again. What's at the bottom of the second here at Wrigley Field? Scoreless in the rubber match on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back here to Wrigley Field, bottom of the second on Tri Sports Live, scoreless after first inning and a half have gone through. Here's Carson Kelly, first pitch from Alvarez, catches the top of the zone for a strike. 4 strikeouts for Cubs pitching for the first 6 hitters they've faced. Here's the 0-1. That's a changer missing low 1-on-1 now on Kelly. Big congratulations to both Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee for getting inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame prior to today's game, and they both threw out the first pitch. Had a nice ceremony. Kelly lines this one well out to left center field. That ball's going to go. Solo home run for Carson Kelly, and the Cubs take a 1-0 lead here at the bottom of the first. 106.4 exit velo. A projected distance of around 384 feet. That looked like some sort of changeup at the knees. That Kelly launched out of here, and the Cubs take a 1-0 lead here at the bottom of the first. First pitch, Carlos Santana is a curveball for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Another curveball misses low, 1-1 on Santana. Barron, 19 games this season, hitting .221 on 11 home runs, 52 RBIs. Making his first appearance with the Cubs. Here is the 1-1. Came over curve, catches the outer third, first strike, 1-2 now on Santana. Here's the 1-2. Watch out, foul. Really shaking off Adams right now, and time is called at the plate. Unsure if Santana called that or if that was called by Adams. The catcher. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball hard towards third. House will grab it and it'll find the first in time for the first out. So Santana goes down on the ground out. And that'll bring up Dansby Swanson. That was some sort of a change-up sneaking action. I'm looking at the replay right now, and that ball was absolutely tattooed into the left field seats. First row, but it did make it out of here. First pitch to Swanson. Curveball misses, low for ball one. Here's the 1-0. Catches the tap of his own first strike, 1-1. A little bit of a late call. Was a strike on the box. Here's the 1-1. Inside corner, that's a strike. 1-2 now on Swanson. Swanson will take timeout. Step back into the box. Here is the 1-2 from Alvarez. Line drive, right center field. Hassel will go back and he'll make the catch for the second out. So 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Justin Turner to DH in this game today. Alvarez comes set. First pitch to Turner. Fastball catches the outside corner, first strike, 0-1. The way Adams is receiving these pitches, it looks like he's like yanking everything towards the hitter's side. It's interesting. 0-1, that's a strike, 0-2 now on Turner. .213 average. He's appeared in 72 games this season for the Cubs. Half and half. Starting in actually coming in after the game started. It's 1-2 now on Turner. Alvarez comes set, the 1-2. Change up in the dirt, no off for 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2. One away, counts going to run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. 1 run in for the Cubs in this inning. It's 1-0 on the game. Here is the 3-2. Just missing off the plate. Alvarez thought it was a strike, but it just did miss a hair off the plate. Something like a Matt Shaw now. By the way, Carlos Santana and Justin Player are the first players since David Lopez and Larry Boa to be 39 or older and in the same starting lineup. Last time it happened for Lopez and Boa was in 1985. This is inside the Shaw. So if you want to put age on both Santana and Turner, you can right there. Shaw hitting .227 on the season. Here's the pitch. High, pop fly, left side. That's going to be out of play. It's a 1-1 now on Shaw. 1-1 strike. Alvarez will come sent. The pitch. Shaw flies this towards right field. And this is getting out of play. It's going to be 1-2 now on Shaw. Was not really well received out there in the right field seats. Man wearing the Kyle Tucker jersey shaking his hand, but he got the baseball. Shaw will take his timeout. 1-2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Cubs. Courtesy of a Carson Kelly home run to lead off the inning. Alvarez will come set. The 1-2. In the dirt, good block from Adams. It's 2-2 now. The last few hitters for Alvarez. Saw this with Jake Irvin in the first game of the series. Able to get to 2 strikes pretty quickly, but unable to get these Cubs hitters out after getting to 2 outs quickly. Making him battle. He's already up to 38 pitches. Why do you have to throw a 39th? Alvarez continues to shake off Adams. Now comes set with 4 on the pitch clock. The 2-2. Inside, back-to-back full counts now. Turner will be off with the pitch. Might be a strategic throw it in on the hands. Now try and paint something in the outside corner. Alvarez will come set. The 3-2. He does try to paint the outside corner, but it's off the plate. It's ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Cubs hitters. Over Kevin Alcantara. Alcantara appeared in 2 games this season. Only has 3 at bats. Well, all 3 of those were in the first game of the series. Here's the pitch. This is low for ball 1. Sorry, all 3 of those were in the final game, or the second game of the Braves series. It's appeared defensively in the other 2 games. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt again, it's 2-0. Hits Alcantara's foot after Adams blocks it. Curious to see if Turner would have taken off the dirt if they would have ruled that interference on Alcantara. Two 2-0, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Cubs. Here's the pitch. Chopper foul. 2-1 now on Alcantara. A long inning for Alvarez. Here's a 2-1. Not so. It's 3-1 now. Alvarez in danger of walking his 3rd Cubs hitter in the inning. 3-1. Ground ball pulled foul. It's full now, so both runners will be off with contact during this pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ground ball hit hard, but right to Abrams. He'll fire the first for the 3rd out. But a home run inning, the Cubs take the lead. We'll head to the 3rd in Wrigley Field. 1-0, thanks to a Carson Kelly home run. We're back here to the top of the third at Wrigley Field. Cubs on top, 1-0 over the Nationals, courtesy of a Carson Kelly solo home run. As the first pitch from Ray is pulled off to play for ball one. Brady House is the batter to 1-0, fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Four strikeouts for Cubs pitchers in the first 6 hitters. One hard hit ball for the Nationals. The 1-1 hit towards right field. That's going to get out of play. 1-2 now on House. That was a Dalen Lyle line drive right at Ian Happ. 1-2 on House. Ray comes set. The pitch. It was high again with a fastball. House fouls it off. House hitting .242 on the season. Ray comes set. 1-2. Another off-speed pitch, and again foul off by House, making Colin Ray work a bit here. Must be nice for Drew Pomeranz. You know, you pitch a clean 8-pitch inning, and you're done. You're off for work now. You cannot come back into the game. You're just observing. Here's the 1-2. Outside corner, called strike 3. Third strikeout for Ray, and that's 5 strikeouts for Cubs pitching through the first 7 hitters now. Perfect action on that fastball. It's the Cubs have 5 strikeouts for a pitching staff against the Nationals. First pitch to Dylan Cruz, curved by the knees, first strike, 0-1. You saw in the first game, Nationals, a lot of their issues pitching-wise was too many walks. Here's the 0-1. Tap of the zone, not to strike, 0-2 now on Cruz. So for the Nationals, we've seen 2 walks we saw 2 walks in the bottom of the second issued from Alvarez. We got both of those hitters to 2 strikes quickly. Here's the 0-2 to Cruz. Off the plate, checked his swing, didn't go. It's 1-2 now. By the way, the Mariners are on top 16-1 over the Braves. Not really a football score per se, but that's possible in football. Here's the 1-2. A little flare off the end of the bat. Horner's going to make the play, turn in front of the first. No chance to get Cruz, and that's going to be the first hit of the game for the Nationals, and will break up the perfect game. A little broken bat fastball, not on the off the end of the bat, but on the hands, and Horner is about 6 feet or 7 feet out into the outfield grass before even getting to the ball. It was 63 miles per hour exit field. That's got to be one of the weakest hits Cruz has had in his career. Here's Hassel. Found us back to the screen for strike 1. The minimum is still in order if Colin Ray gets Hassel to ground into a double play. It's a lot of ground balls. He's probably going to try and get one here. Holding. The 0-1. Late swing from Hassel. 0-2 now. Ray will come sets. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 4 strikeouts for Ray now. That's 6 strikeouts for Cubs pitching. The first 9 hitters, and again Hassel late on that one. They'll bring up C.J. Abrams, who, what do you know, struck out to lead off the game. 23 pitches for Colin Ray in 2 2/3. Sorry, 1 2/3. Here's the pitch. Foul out of the play, strike 1. Aaron's hitting 265 on the season, 774 OPS. Ready comes set. The 0-1. This is high. It's 1-1 now. Ready comes set. They'll throw over to first, and Cruz is back in time. There was one on the pitch clock when he came set, so he had to either disengage or balk. Wanted to avoid that second ball. Here's a 2-1. Backdoor curveball, good pitch. That's a strike. It's 1-2 now on Abrams. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the third here at Wrigley. 1-0 Cubs. Ready comes set. 1-2. Up and away. Throw on the second. Stealing, and they're going to get it. Cruz. Carson Kelly throws out Dylan Cruz. What's at the bottom of the third in Wrigley Field? Nationals are thinking about challenging. They looked out in real time, and they waited too long. Good defensive play there from Kelly. What's at the bottom of the third in Wrigley? 1-0 Cubs. Welcome back here to the bottom of the third in Wrigley Field. Cubs on top 1-0 over the Washington Nationals again. Both Derek Lee and Sammy Sosa getting inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame today. Before this game, they did a ceremony. They both threw out the first pitch together. But Sammy Sosa, 292 home runs over a 5-year span from 1998 to 2002. It's the most in MLB history. Here's the first pitch from Alvarez. No, Horner, that's a strike. And that just shows how dominant Sammy was. Even if he had something, it still required him hitting the ball. Nemesis high, it's 1-1 now, Horner. Cubs now, basically with the Brewers destroying Pittsburgh, they're now just trying to fight to stay where they're at, back behind the Brewers. This is a ground ball hit to the Abrams, fires the first in time for the first out of the inning. Look at me and Happ, who's 0 for 1. Happ lined out towards Hassel. Absolutely tattooed that pitch that he hit. Fortunately, he's right at the man he hit it to. Alvarez will come set. Here is the first pitch. Ground ball rolled over, but foul for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Head high, it's 1-1 now on Hap. Here's 1-1. Round ball pulled foul. It's 1-2 now on Hap. 52 pitches for Alvarez in this game today. On 22 balls, 30 strikes. Only gave up one hit, which was the home run. He's walked two. Has not struck out anyone. Cubs pitching has done well. The 1-2. Another fastball right down the middle, and again foul off from Ian Happ. Drew Pomeranz's day is done. He threw 7 strikes on 8 pitches, picked up 2 strikeouts and a weak flyout. Ron Ray's gone 2 innings. He's faced 6 hitters. As Happ will ground this one down the first base line, it stays fair. Goes off the sidewall, and a weird kick. Bobble out there from Cruz. Happ is going to take second. The throw is late. It'll probably be an error on Dylan Cruz and allow because Happ was holding at first. And it is going to be a single in E9 on a fielding error from Dylan Cruz. He tried the bare hand entity, did not pick it up cleanly. Happ stayed, and luckily for him, his momentum, even though he stopped, he was still leaning towards second. First pitch to Suzuki just off the plate, caught the zone on our pitch zone, but it rolled the ball. Alvarez will come sets. The 1-0. High fly ball, right field. Cruz will camp under. This should be enough to tag Happ. Makes the catch. Happ will actually hold that second. So, be 2 outs now. Another bring up the man who hit the home run for the Cubs. Carson Kelly, 1-for-1 today with that home run. By the way, Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee back in 2004 both homered in the same game as teammates 7 times. All of those occurred in 2004. And by the way, they homered back-to-back on September 15th. Here's the pitch to Kelly. That's a curve low for ball 1. Want to know? Alvarez will come set. The pitch. Slider catches out at third for a strike. 1-1 now on Kelly. That was the 15th home run of the season for Kelly, whose average is back up to 256 now, and RBI number 48. Has a chance to double the Cubs' lead. The 1-1. Fastball right there for a strike. 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kelly goes on swing. Cubs strand 1 home score. Well to the 4th in Wrigley. 1-0 Cubs on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back at Wrigley, top of the fourth. 1-0 Cubs. First pitch from Colin Ray to C.J. Abrams. The strike at the knees. Remember, Abrams was at bat when Dylan Cruz was caught stealing in the top of the third. So that's why he's still batting the 0-1. High fly ball, right field. Suzuki's under it, and he will make the catch for the first out. Been a good outing for Colin Ray out of the bullpen. So they're going 2 in the third. So he's 7 batters. He's going to have 1 hit. He struck out 4 for a total of 6 Cubs strikeouts. Here's the pitch to James Wood. Backdoor off speed. That's a strike 0-1. Wood also struck out in his last at bat. By the way, Seattle won 18-2 over Atlanta today. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good off speed action there from Colin Ray. 0-2 now. Good splitter or changeup action there. Here's the 0-2. Goes back with it again off the plate. Wood wisely lays off of it barely. It's 1-2 now. Here's 1-2. Ground ball hit towards corner. He'll grab it. He'll fire on the run for the second out. So 2 outs on the way of Riley Adams. Strikeout swinging. His last at bat. Here's the pitch. I'll have to play for ball 1. Excuse me. Very unprofessional of me. 1-0 on Adams. The pitch. Is with that off speed again. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Or 1-1 now. I think for Craig, this is probably the way we go with Colin Ray for the rest of the season if he continues pitching like this. Here's the 1-1. That's off the plate, 2-1 now. Here's a 2-1. Harded line drive. What a catch from Matt Shaw. Diving with the play. That's a web gem, and the rookie continues flashing the leather. It's a 1-2-3 first for Matt Shaw and the Cubs. To the bottom of the fourth we go. 1-0 Cubs. Welcome back here to the bottom of the fourth match. Ending the top of the fourth inning with a diving catch, continuing his web gem of the season over at third base. As Carlos Santana lead it off, check swing, appeal to first. So he didn't go for ball one. Tries plus 10 in defensive runs saved. That's tied for second in the league. There's a call strike at the top of the zone. 1-1 now. Gotta imagine he's going to get some votes for Gold Glove, assuming he's able to qualify. The 1-1 line drive nearly hits Alvarez. Garcia will grab it behind the mound and fire the first for the first out. That was a little scary. For Alvarez, at least, and that's the first out. Always scary to get a comebacker at you, whether it's hit hard or weakly. You don't know how hard it's hit immediately off the bat with very little reaction time. You really don't know. Here's Dansby Swanson. He lined out the Hassel in his last at bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high for ball one. Swanson hitting 246, 22 long balls, and 7 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. Curve ball, that's a ball. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 from Alvarez. High fly ball hit towards left field. Lyle will come in, out go Abrams. Lyle will make the catch for the second out. So 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Justin Turner. He walked in his last plate appearance. Wearing those all blue Adidas shoes besides the logo themselves. Here's the first pitch. And their third, that's a strike, 0-1 on Turner. Here's the 0-1. That misses out to play 1-1 now. One flare to right field and out of play. 1-2 now on Turner. Here's 1-2. Just waves and just gets a piece of it. The bat will continue. That was the 70th pitch of the game for Alvarez. Here's 1-2. Up and away with a curveball, 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first here, or it's bottom of the fourth. Oh my gosh, here at Wrigley Field. Cubs on top 1-0, courtesy of a Carson Kelly solo home run. Back in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 2-2. Fell back on a play. And again, Cubs hitters making these national pitchers work even after getting behind on the count 0-2. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. Another late call from Phil Cuzzy. That's the third out. Go to the top of the fifth here at Wrigley Field. 1-0 Cubs on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to the top of the fifth in Wrigley Field. Cubs on top 1-0. First pitch from Colin Ray to Dalen Lyle. Misses inside for ball one. Cubs on top 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Showed bunt. Appealed to third. They say he didn't go. It's 2-0. Tomorrow night on Shy Sports Live, the audio broadcast of Week 1 of the NFL between the Bears and Vikings in Chicago. Coverage will start about 5 minutes before kickoff. Here's the 2-0. That's a strike. 2-1. We'll do our best to handle all the plays we can as accurately as possible. Here's the 2-1. Rommel hit towards short. That's going to get past Swanson, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Dalen Lyle. That's the second hit of the game for the Nationals. But year 2 for Caleb Williams begins tomorrow. First year for Ben Johnson as a head coach begins tomorrow. The defense on paper is more improved. Biggest thing is got to stay healthy on both sides of the ball. There's Andres Chaparro, 0 for 1 today. Pick up into first. Lyle's barely back in time. It's a lead tag by Santana. Ray will come set. The pitch. High fly, pop fly, right to Horner, who makes the catch for the first out. So one gone, not only released Garcia Jr. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. Just at the hour mark here in Wrigley Field. This game. Cubs trying to win this series against the Nationals. It's not set in stone yet. And another pickup attempt towards first, and again late. The ball spiked by actually a really, really good block from Santana over at first. Here's the first pitch. Line drive, right center field. This is going to get into the gap and go all the way to the ivy. And it will stay in the ivy. It'll fall out eventually now. The run's going to score. They're not called for time. And now they are going to call for time. This might bring up a bit of an argument with Miguel Cairo. It's a big break for the Cubs. Ball went into the ivy and it stuck in there. And then it eventually came out after Suzuki put the hands up. And Lyle would have scored easily. And the second base and third base umpire did not put up time. Unsure what the first base umpire did, but argument short-lived. Fly ball towards right field from House. This is going to tie the game up. Tagging and scoring is Lyle, and hitting the third is Garcia. So with 2 outs now, we have Dylan Cruz. All across the Nationals wasn't out, but some harder contact now off of Colin Ray. By the way, that line drive double for Garcia was at 111 miles per hour. Here's Dylan Cruz. He's single in his last at bat. First pitch. Slider catches the outside corner for strike 1. Ready comes sets. You go one. And a very good block from Kelly. It's 1-1 now. Here's 1-1. Swing and a miss at the top of the zone. 1-2 now in Cruz. Really trying to get out of this inning without giving up a second run and losing the lead. Here will come sets. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Late action on a fastball. But the Nationals scored 2 on a couple of hits. Led to the bottom of the 5th in Chicago at Wrigley Field. 1-1 tie. Welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th. The Wrigley Field Cubs and Nationals now tied at 1, courtesy of a sac fly in the top half of this 5th inning from Brady House. And actually, the Cubs caught a break. It could have been 2-1 with that sac fly. Here's the first pitch to Matt Shaw. That misses 0 for ball 1 because Luis Garcia's double, which was a ground rule double, it stuck into the ivy and then came out after time was called. And the umpire, second and third base umpire did not make the time call. The first base umpire, Dan Bellino, did. So here's the 1-0 from Alvarez. Misses high. It's 2-0 now. So time was called. And in that case, Dalen Maya would have scored. And Garcia would have gotten a triple out of it. Here's a 2-0 to Shaw. High, pop fly, left field. That's foul. It's 2-1 now. Here's a 2-1. High fly ball, left field. Lyle will go back. Comes in now and will make the catch for the first out. So one gone in. Kelvin Alcantara. 0 for 1 today. Rounded out to C.J. Abrams. 1 for 4 on the season now. Here's the pitch. This is 0 for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Just off the plate. 2-0 Alcantara. It's just low. It's 3-0 now. Contra, very tall. Big, skinny frame. 3-0. And it was not well received. And then this little ball, that one was a pretty good strike for that Phil missed behind home plate. You know, it's where you can kind of tell where the umpire waits until the catcher catches it to see where it ended up. That misses on in for ball 1. That was a perfect pitch. Horner's 0 for 2 today. He's flown out and grounded out. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball hard towards third. Past the diving glove of House. This is going to get off the sidewall. Contra's going to head to third. And that is going to be a 1-out double for Nico Horner. And again, a break now for the Nationals because that ball, if it doesn't carry him off the sidewall, that's going all the way to the corner and at least a triple for Horner. Ian Happ was 1 for 2 today. 83 pitches now for Alvarez. Pitching coach is going to come out to talk with Alvarez. So a chance here for the Cubs to add on more runs and try and take the lead. For Ian Happ, single, he's lined out, so he's hit the ball hard today. Here's the pitch. That's slow for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That misses in. Phil is really not giving these strikes. An overall okay game now, but these have been a lot of good pitches from Alvarez that Phil is not giving the call to. Here's a 2-0 to Happ. That's a strike on the knees. That's a good pitch. It's 2-1 now on Ian Happ. Here's a 2-1. Hard ground ball hit. They're going to throw home Alcantara. He's out, and Alcantara is shaken up. And Craig Counsell might want to take a look at this one. That's a lower right leg issue. And Alcantara gets up now. He's limping. And Counsell wants to challenge that play at the plate. Leo's coming over to talk with Counsell. We're asking him what he wants to challenge here. Couldn't hear what they were challenging. I wonder if it's the home plate blocking rule. Oh yeah, Adams' foot is right on top of the plate. Before that roll, or before that throw even came there, so that this should get overturned to a home plate rule violation. The Cubs should have the lead. I'm sure. I'm sure Cairo's going to come out. Probably not going to be happy. He does lift his leg up to allow Alcantara to come in a slide, but then he puts his leg back down. No, that's after he catches it, so that's legal. That's how Alcantara gets hurt. His shin collided pretty hard. But based on the replay, Adams' left leg, which is the leg that Alcantara collides with, is standing just in front of home plate on towards the third base side, which to me believes that this. Oh, the runner is out. They confirmed the call. Cubs are going to lose their challenge. Wow, that is huge. I thought that was going to be a home plate. Oh my gosh. That is a huge call. And Cairo's going to come out and take out Alvarez. Held apart. We'll be back after this. Nationals catch another break. Cubs still trying to score 1-1 on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back to the Wrigley Field. Cubs and Nationals tied up 1. As Clayton Beater is in on the pitch now for the Nationals. Beater 17 appearances, a 5.19 ERA. Runner on first and second for Seiya Suzuki to first pitch. Fly ball out of play. Alvarez, his final line, 4 2 innings pitched in his second start of the season here in the big leagues. 3 hits, 1 run, that run was earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Not bad, but he is responsible for the runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, left field, that's going to get through the hole. Warner's going to come around. He is going to score. The throw is cut off, and the Cubs take a 2-1 lead. So the play after home play rule violation was not called, and the Cubs lost their challenge, by the way, for the rest of this game. Beer goes up and on a fastball, and Suzuki beats him there and lines it to left field. And the Cubs have taken the lead. It was smartly cut off because Happ probably would have been able to get the third. So Alvarez is now charged for a second run. Here's Carson Kelly. That's a strike. The 0-1. That's a strike and an ease. 0-2. So fourth hit of the game for the Cubs now. Beater will come sets. The 0-2. At the knees, good call from Cuzzy. That's out number 3. But the Cubs do score and take the lead. What's to the top of the 6th in Wrigley Field? 2-1 Cubs on Sky Sports Live. Welcome back here to the top of the 6th. Cubs on top 2-1, courtesy of an RBI single for Nico Horner in the bottom of the 5th inning. Colin Ray is on for his 5th inning of work. Face Robert Hassel first. The pitch, swinging a miss for a strike. Alcantara continues to shake out that right leg. He made contact on that throw home from Abrams to Adams, in which I thought Adams was blocking the play. They upheld the call. They actually confirmed it. Here's the 0-1. Check swing appeal at third. They see it didn't go. It's 1-1 now. So it was close. I thought it was a home plate blocking rule, and Hassel fouls on the play. 1-2 now. But umpires in the control room out in New York said that it's confirmed as Caleb Thielbar is getting loose in that Cubs bullpen. Hard at ground ball hit towards Horner. He'll grab it. He'll fire to first in time for the first out. It was kind of the opposite of yesterday. It's a 2-1 lead. It was a 2-1 win for the Nationals yesterday. It's a 2-1 lead now for the Cubs. However, I think the Cubs are going to be able to pile on a few more runs, in my opinion. As here's C.J. Abrams. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Here's the pitch. Backdoor, that's a strike on 1. Here's the 0-1. High fly, pop fly. Left side might be playable for Shaw. It is, and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 gone in inning, and that's going to bring out James Wood. See if that was the last batter Wave faces. Looks like it's not. Here's the pitch. That's up and away for ball one. It's a bit interesting because I feel like Wood here has the power to blast one towards left center or right center field. I mean, if he gets a pitch right down the middle from Colin Ray, which has happened a little bit more in this part of the game. Here's the 1-0. This is a hair in or low. Unsure what Phil called it. Phil says it was inside. Lit up like it was a strike on the screen, but it's ruled a ball. We've seen that quite a few times now by Phil. Here's a 2-0. That's at the knees. That's a strike. 2-1. Wood is flown out and grounded out today. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good off speed there. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 2-1 Cubs at Wrigley Field in the rubber match of this 3-game set. Ray will come set. The 2-2. Check this swing. Phil's going to get him on a called strike for the 3rd out. It's a 1-2-3-6. To the bottom half of the inning we go. 2-1 Cubs on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back to the Wrigley Field. Bottom of the 6th. Cubs on top 2-1 over the Washington Nationals. It's Colin Ray continuing his excellence out of the pen, striking out 6 hitters. After Drew Pomeranz, the opener, pitched an inning. As Carlos Santana will step in for the 3rd time today, he's grounded out twice. Speeder will come set. And the first pitch. Ground ball pulled foul for strike 1. By the way, with the Cubs taking the lead, now Ray is in line for the win. If he does come out of the game, that misses off the play for ball 1. 1-1 on Santana. Here's the 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1 now. Here's a 2-1. Pop fly out of play, 2-2 now on Santana. Here's a 2 with 2. And Santana continuing the battle. So not quite a bit in this game. Working counts. You know, the old guy veteran doing some good work here. Here's a 2-2. And another foul ball. This will be the 7th pitch of the bat. 4 foul balls in this at bat for Santana. All 4 foul balls have been the strikes thrown from Beater in this at bat. Here's a 2-2. And another foul ball. Beater just cannot put him away. This is where you, for Beater, tried a few sliders, a few sweepers, a couple fastballs, trying to go with something downward action. Ground ball pulled towards Garcia. He's going to grab it and fire the first in time for the first out. 1 gone. That'll bring up Dansby Swanson. 0 for 2 today. A line out on a fly out. September 12th to the 14th. Back here at Wrigley after the 3-game set in Atlanta. The Cubs taking on the Rays. Get your tickets at cubs.com/tickets to be at the ballpark. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss from Swanson, 0-1. It's a second straight game of low scoring. This is a point where if you're a Cubs fan, you got to be like, oh boy, our bullpen hasn't been too shabby in the second half. Of Swanson chases at a fastball. Strike 2. Our bullpen hasn't been too shabby here and there. Got to be concerning. That's why you'd love to get another couple runs. Beater will come sets. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitch. That's out number 2. All right, Justin Turner. Usually this is when you would see Michael Busch come into the game, but it's like Craig's going to give him a full day off. By the way, Cubs coming in at 4 games over San Diego in that second wildcard spot. 5 over the Mets. The Giants, 72-70. There's a high fly ball right foul play. Giants would have to make a big run here in these last few games to have a shot at making that third wild card spot. They would also have to take a collapse from the Mets for that to happen. Here's the 0-1. Again goes high fastball again. Turner fouls out towards the right side. 0-2 now. What you don't want if you're the Cubs is to get the injury bug. So, I mean, you've already saw PCA go down with a knee contusion last night, and then Kyle Tucker, 2 in on the hands, gets Turner swinging. That's out number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 6 to the 7th inning we go in Chicago. 2-1 Cubs on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back at Wrigley Field. First pitch from Colin Ray. The Riley Adams is a swing and a miss for strike one. Colin out there for another inning of work. Deal Lyle, lefties on deck, so they might go to deal bar after this at bat. Here's the 0-1. About hard towards third. Nice pick from Shaw. He'll fry to first in time for the first out. The play there from Matt Shaw and Carlos Santana. One gone, that's going to bring up Dalen Lyle. Really good scoop there from Shaw. A nice pickup there from Santana. So that is going to be it for Colin Ray. He'll depart. Way back into this. Cubs on top 2-1 in Wrigley Field and Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Wrigley Field on the day that Derek Lee and Sammy Sosa got inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame. Game 3 of this three-game set against the Washington Nationals. Cubs up 2-1. Caleb Dealbar is now pitching for the Cubs. First pitch to Lyle. Curveball for a strike. Just trying to win this series against the Nats. This will be Dealbar's 59th appearance of the season. 2.15 ERA, 50 and a third innings pitched. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitching action there. 0-2 now on Lyle. Dealbar will come set. The 0-2. Off the plate on low 1-2 now. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday afternoon. 2:58 local time. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's out number 2. Now we got Andres Shapiro. Some off-speed action, a slider. Shapiro for 2 today. Strikeout on a pop-out. Dealbar will come set. The pitch. Low in for ball 1. After this pitch, we'll get you Colin Ray's final line. Here's the 1-0. High line drive. That's foul. 1-1. Ray in line for the win. 5 1/3. Faced 18 batters through 47 strikes, 3 hits, 1 run. That run was earned. Strikeout 6, no walks. Left 1 man on base. Had a really good outing out of the pen. Here's the 1-1. All right, hard towards third. Shaw will grab it. He'll fire the first in time. That's a 1-2-3-7. Stretch time at Wrigley Field. We'll play it live on Shy Sports Live. Be performed by Derek Lee and Sammy Sosa. But who else can it be besides the two new Cubs Hall of Fame inductors? We'll turn it out to them. Welcome back here to Wrigley Field. Bottom of the seventh, Cubs on top 2-1. And that is courtesy. Here's the first pitch from Jackson Rutledge. This is out to play to Matt Shaw. By courtesy of a Nico Horner RBI single. Here's the 1-0. It's the top of the zone and a strike. It's 1-1 now. Rutledge making his 55th appearance of the season. 5.46 ERA. I'd like to get that number down a lot. Here's the 1-1. Shaw shows bunt, pulls it back just in time. It's 2-1 now. Once again, a big thank you to everyone tuning in to listen to this game. Of course, with the first week of NFL Sunday, there's probably not that many people interested. Pop 5 upside. Let's get out of play. It's 2-2 now on Shaw. Here's a 2-2. Whoa, that one nearly hit Shaw in the head. It's full now. Shaw will call for time. Step in the box now. Rutledge comes set. 3-2. Foul tipped into the glove for the first out of the inning. Shaw goes down swinging. There's only Kevin Alcantara 0 for 1 today. Here's the first pitch. Nemesis high, 1-0. Alcantara 0 for 1. He has a ground and he's also walked in this game. Rutledge will come set. The 1-0. And next to the outside corner for a strike, 1-1 now. Just getting that back edge of the plate. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good slide piece. 1-2 now on Alcantara. Who will ask for time. Nationals down to their final 6 outs of this game. Cubs only out by 1. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Good slider from Rutledge. That's out number 2. We got the man who broke the tie. Nico Horner 1 for 3. That RBI single, or RBI double, sorry. Was, or sorry, no, Seiya Suzuki had to. Here's the pitch. Misses. Unsure that missed up and in, but I missed up at least, maybe in as well. 1-0. There's a strike 1-1. It was Seiya Suzuki. Sorry, that was my bad. Nico Horner did hit a double in this game. But Seiya Suzuki drove in Horner. It's 1-1 on Nico. Rutledge comes sets. The pitch. Inside 2-1 now. Two one. Grandma hit up the middle. That is going to get through. Horner has his second hit of the game. Cubs have some business here in going in the bottom of the 7th. I'm going to be in Hap. Fastball tap third. Hit this ball hard up the middle. Hap 1 for 3 today. A line out, a single, and a ground out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Rutledge will come set. The 0-1. Just off the plate, 1-1 now on Hap. Pick up attempt to first back in time as Horner. We'll give Phil Cuzzy credit. He has not been that good on pitches right on the corners. But pitches like a half inch to an inch off the plate, he's been all over them as balls. So he just needs to clean up those corners a bit. There's a line drive right field, and that's caught by Dylan Cruz. What a catch. For the third out, Cubs strand 1 don't score. We'll head 2 to 8 here in Wrigley Field on 2-1 Cubs on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back here to the top of the 8th inning in Wrigley Field. Cubs on top late in this game, 2-1 in this rubber match of this series. A game where the Cubs have to win because Milwaukee is well on their way to beating Pittsburgh and sweeping them. Cubs already dropped the game. First pitch from Brad Keller to Luis Garcia Jr. is a fastball to play for ball 1. Honestly, thought Craig might have let Dealbar go against Garcia Jr., who pops this one up left side. Difficult play, but it's going to be half with a sliding catch for out number 1. Good play there. And the Nats are down to their final 5 outs in today's ballgame. One out, we're going to Brady House. Chopper towards third, but foul. 0-1 now. Singer making his 60th appearance of the season, 61 in the third innings pitched, a 2.20 ERA. Almost a 60% ground ball percentage rate. Here's the 0-1. That's off to play 1-1 now. In between innings, we're going to keep it here for our scoreboard updates. Here's the 1-1. That catches the outside corner for a strike, 1-2 now. We'll also get you NFL updates as well. Here's the 1-2. On the way, 2-2 now. A lot of sports action going on, whether it's in college or the bigs, professionals. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off of Phil Cuzzy. Hope he's okay. I'd hit his mask. Phil says he's okay. Oh, I hit the right side of Phil's mask. Definitely has to hurt. Probably get a little headache after that. We're set to play some baseball again. Now there comes set and a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good pitching action there from Keller on the fastball. That's out number 2. We have Dylan Cruz. House way late on that pitch. Here's the first pitch to Cruz. Fastball at the knees, that's a strike 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, that one was probably a pitch that was a ball. Cruz will take time because he gives it a strike. So looked off the plate. Half inning after they give him a compliment, and he holds the strike a good 1.5 inches off the plate. Here's the 0-2. Late swing and a miss, strike 3. Led to the bottom of the 8th as we get set for some scoreboard updates here on Chi Sports Live. First, we'll go with baseball first. Oh, good golly me, I didn't click the scoreboard update. Sorry, amateur hour here. So, around the league, Dodgers on top of the Orioles 4-2. Yankees barely over the Blue Jays. Actually, that game should be over with now. With the Yankees winning that series. That might be a 4-game series. Anyways, Brewers beating the Pirates 10-2. Marlins beating the Phillies 5-3. White Sox taking the lead over the Tigers 6-4. Our game. Twins beating the Royals 5-1. Cardinals beating the Giants 4-3. Rangers beating the Astros 2-1. Padres leading the Rockies 4-1. Athletics and Angels just getting on the way. Same thing with the D-backs and Red Sox and all games that have gone final. Mariners over the Braves. Guardians over the Rays, and Reds over the Mets. For the NFL side, the Dolphins lost to the Colts today, 33-8. The Steelers coming back and beating the Jets 34-32. They were down 26-17 at one point. Jaguars on top of the Panthers 20-3. The Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. The Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. Buccaneers on top late in that game over the Falcons 23-20. Bengals beat the Browns 17-16. The Raiders beat the Patriots 20-13. And the Seahawks and 49ers and Titans and Broncos just getting underway there. Titans on top 3-0 over the Broncos. Games later today, Lions, Packers, Rams, Texans, and Ravens, Bills, as we are set for some more baseball action here in Wrigley. As Mason Thompson is into the game now for the Nationals. Seiya 1 for 3 today. His line drive single in his last at bat has been the difference maker. Put the Cubs on top 2-1 after the Nats tied it in the top of the fifth. Thompson will come set. And the first pitch. Pitches inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Ninth appearance of the season for Thompson out of the bullpen, 6 innings and 9.0 ERA. 21% walk rate and a 15% strikeout rate. Misses a hair low, 1-1 on Suzuki. It was the 90th RBI of the season for Seiya, back in the bottom of the fifth. He's closing in on 100 RBIs. Here's the 1-1. Inside, it's 2-1 now. Thompson will come set to pitch. Up and in, 3-1 now. One fouled off of Suzuki. Slow to get up, but he does get up. It's full now. She hit out the back leg of Seiya. Usually foul balls go out the front leg. They hit off the back leg where you don't expect to need to pat it. Still taking his time. It's 3-2 on him. Here's the 3-2. Pop fly in the infield. Infielders will converge, and it's Shapiro making the catch right in behind the pitcher's mound for the first outs. Like Mason Thompson was going to try and make a play on that, but he held off. Anyways, to go to the game's summary, Cubs on top 2-1, bottom 8th inning. Colin Ray went 5 1/3, gave up 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Carson Kelly started off the scoring with a solo run in the second. Seiya Suzuki broke the tie in the bottom of the fifth with an RBI single. That's where we stand on our game summary at 2-1 Cubs. This pitch to Kelly is crushed to left field, and it is 3-1 Cubs. Second home run of the game, and the Cubs get a little added insurance runs and take a 3-run lead. 16th home run of the season for Kelly. Got a fastball dead meat down the middle. And 105 miles per hour out of here, destroyed that one at 399 feet. That could prove to be a big insurance run. That was an absolute no-doubter, halfway up those left field bleachers. First pitch to Santana as a backdoor off-speed pitch, catching the corner for a strike. Here's the 0-1. That's a high fly ball hit towards center field. Hassels in the camp under it and make the catch for the second out. We have Dansby Swanson now, who's hitless today. He's lined out, flown out, and struck out swinging. Thompson comes set. The pitch. On away for ball one. Thompson wants a new baseball. Here's the 1-0. Harder line drive over the head of House. That's going to get down the line. Line will cut it off. Swanson will hold at first, and that's a 2-out single for Dansby Swanson. That'll get the Cubs. Their seventh hit of the game. It's a hanging curveball. Tattooed. As we have Justin Turner, who's hitless today, 0 for 2, a walk, and he struck out twice, looking and swinging. Thompson will come set. The pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike on 1. Just crossed the 2-hour mark here at Wrigley. Here's the 0-1. That's a strike. Throw to second is off the glove of Garcia Jr. That's a stolen base for Dansby Swanson. Phil did give that a strike on the pitch, so it's 0-2 now on Turner. It was a good jump, and the throw from Adams was a throw getting him into Swanson, so not a terrible throw. It just was dropped. She hit Swanson's ribcage. Didn't seem phased by that. Probably is going to sting a little bit. Here's the 0-2 to Turner. It's on the way 1-2 now. As always, stick around for the post-game wrap-up here on Tri Sports Live. Over the final stats and everything associated with the game. Here's the 1-2. That catches the outside corner for strike 3. That's out number 3. What's in the ninth? Cubs add another thanks to a Carson Kelly solo shot. Cubs on top 3-1 on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back here to Wrigley Field. Robert Hassel the third leading off against the closer, Daniel Palencia. Hassel fouls out a 1-off for strike one. Palencia on for his 51st game of the season, 51 innings, 2.12 ERA, 22-24 in save opportunities this season. The young power hand throwing right-hander comes set. The 0-1. Now back to the screen 0-2 now. Stick around for that song to be played after the game. Assuming the Cubs hang on and win this game. Nats down to their final 3 outs. Cubs trying to win this series. Take 2 out of 3. Here's the 0-2. About to play with a changeup 1-2 now. Once he shakes off Kelly a couple times, gets the call now that he likes. 1-2. Line drive, left center field. Alcantara is going to go back. He looks up. This ball is gone. So that insurance run from Carson Kelly, the home run in the bottom of the 8th, proves to be huge. As Hassel leads off the inning with the home run. That's the 3rd home run of the season for Hassel. 102 off the bat on the exit velo. And 376 feet, the ball did come back onto the field, but it was a fastball knee high, and Hassel just shortens his swing up and tattoos it on the line. So we have C.J. Abrams, who's 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, good slide piece, 0-1. Palencia comes set, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, another great slider, 0-2 now. Strikeout fly on a pop out for Abrams today. Palencia comes set, the 0-2. Chopper hit weakly towards third. Shaw's not going to have a play on it. He's going to let this one roll, and it'll stop in fair territory. So a home run on the line and a very weakly hit ground ball infield single for C.J. Abrams, and the Nationals have the tie and run the board on first with James Wood up now. Part of the baseball is actually broken off of that. This is another dangerous lefty with power. Here's the pitch. Inside at 100 for ball 1. Wood has 27 home runs, 86 RBIs. Very small lead over there at first. Here's the 1-0. So it's 2-0 now. And Kelly's going to come out to talk with Palencia. It's not been a smooth save opportunity for Daniel. That home run from Carson Kelly is really huge. Made it 3-1 at the time. Now it's 3-2. He's also thrown he's thrown 6 strikes, 3 balls out of the pen, but he's going to have 2 hits. One hit absolutely hard. The other one just barely chopped. This is a good hitter's count. If you're Wood, or if you're Palencia, you got to try and steal strike here on the corner if you can. 2-0. Palencia will come sets. The pitch. He does there. That's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1. He's got to follow that up with a similar pitch or spin some up, try and backdoor something. 2-1, Chopper off of Wood. It's a foul ball. And actually probably a break for the Cubs because Abrams would have gotten the second easily. Would have gotten an out, however. That did just deflect off the front leg knee of Wood. Here's a 2-2. Sped him up with a quick with the slide step. It's low though. It's full now on wood, and Valencia have danger of letting the first three hitters he's faced reach. The 3-2. Up and away, ball four, and a tying run and go ahead runner on base now. Centering of Riley Adams is 0 for 3. Tommy Hadavy is going to come out to talk with Valencia. He's got a home run, a weakly hit single, and a walk in his first three batters he's faced. And Riley Adams is actually going to be lifted for a pinch hitter, Josh Bell, another power hitting lefty. So we get some action here. This is where for Daniel Palencia, you got to try and get a double play here. Try and get something pulled on the ground. Bell does not run well. And what you don't want to do is look a fastball high up in the zone where it's hittable, and you get something blasted into the gap and down the line to risk blowing this save opportunity. Valencia will come set. And the pitch. High fly ball, left center field, hit very well. A contra on the track. He looks up. It is in the basket. A 3-run home run, and the Nationals have taken the lead. Four straight have reached against Valencia. It's 5-3 Nationals. 108.8 off the bat. 372 feet. The wind was blowing in as hard as it could, but that ball did not stay out of the yard. Stay in the yard. And Palencia did what you do not want to do, throw a fastball middle low. Wood just tattooed it, and that's a blown save and a rough outing for Palencia. He's Dalen Lyle. There's a strike. And all the hitters he's faced in this inning have been lefties. Here's the 0-1. That's all 1-1 now. That's their third blown save of the season for Palencia. And his ERA is going to be inflated now, giving up a 4 spot, and yet to have recorded an out. It's the 1-1. Hard hit line drive down the line. It is going to be fair and off the side wall. And this is going to go stay all the way up the wall. Lyle's going to make the turn. He's going to head to third. The throw is late. It's a no-out triple. And just a collapse for Palencia in this Cubs bullpen. Well, it's only been Palencia, but just abysmal now. The Cubs are quickly scrambling to get Porter Hodge loose in that bullpen. You can't take a mound visit here because you'd have to pull him if you take a mound visit. Here's Andres Chaparro. All lefties have killed Palencia, and he nearly hits Chaparro, and Palencia's hurt now. Palencia's hurt. Unsure what is hurting him. And everything has really gone wrong now for the Cubs. And that's going to be it for Palencia, most likely. Cubs fans are going to boo, but it was immediate. I think it's an arm issue for Palencia, which is not what you want to see. Field apart. Hodge will come in. Cubs trail the Nats 5-3. We'll go back here to the top of the ninth inning. Porter Hodge on for Daniel Palencia, who exited this game with a right arm injury, it looked like. Hodge coming in for his 30th appearance of the season. 26 and 2/3 innings pitched, 6.41 ERA, a 6 home run allowed mark. Still nobody out in this inning. And coming with a 1-0 count to Chaparro. Valencia blew the save. And in the batters that he faced, he gave up the leadoff home run to Robert Hassel. He gave a single on a very weakly hit ground ball to Abrams. Walked James Wood. He gave a 3-run home run to Josh Bell. And a triple to Daniel Lyle. So every batter he faced three. Here's the 1-0. That's off the plate, 2-0 now. And that's a 6-run aboard on third. And if you're Hodge and the Cubs, you're trying to keep this at a 2-run deficit. Infield is in. Outfield is a touch in as well. 2-0. And it's 3-0 now. 2 straight balls issued from Hodge. From Palencia through the first pitch of this at bats. Hodge will come set, the 3-0. That catches the top of the 1 first strike, 3-1. But if it's a serious injury for Palencia, then you got to imagine that Cubs are going to have to figure out something at the closing spot. Here's a 3-1. Swing and a miss, late action on a fastball, 3-2 now. You could put Brad Keller in the closing spot. He's been a lead in the 8th inning role. Unsure how he would fare in the 9th inning role. He's a 3-2. Inside corner, another late called strike 3, but it is a strike 3 call. And that's a big 1 out. That's a big first out for Porter Hodge. So I'm going to release Garcia Jr. 1 for 3 today. And Chaparro was the first righty hitter that came in to hit in this inning. All of them have been lefties, and here's another lefty. And they're going to intentionally walk Garcia to get to Brady House, try and get a double play. Keep this at a 2-run deficit. Brady did get a sac fly in this game. It's a ball high, 1-0. Garcia threatened to try and take second. Here's the 1-0. That's inside. It's 2-0. Hodge will come set. The 2-0. Fouled out of play, 2-1 now. This afternoon has really gone sour for the Cubs. Hodge will come set. The 2-1. Fly ball, center field. Alcantara goes back, now comes in. Makes the catch. They're going to tag. The throw is to the plate, is cut off. Run's going to score. We're going to get Garcia to run down and tag Garcia, but the run will score. So it is 6-3. Cubs down by 3. To the bottom 9th we go in Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to the bottom of the ninth in Wrigley Field. What looked like a chance for the Cubs to win the game and the series has now turned south completely. As Jose Ferrer will come in to pitch for the Nationals, making his 65th appearance out of the pen. He's 6 for 8 for save opportunities as the Cubs are down by 3 runs. They will have Shaw, Alcantara, and Horner up. Very heavy on the ground balls. He leans to 64% ground ball rate. Jorge Alfaro is going to come in at catcher. Josh Bell was that man who pinch hit. For Riley Adams, and Alfaro is in. And as Matt Shaw will lead it off. 0 for 2 today, has a walk. First pitch is a strike at the knees. If the Cubs do lose, they'll fall in 19 games above 500 at 81-62. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup 0-2 now. And the Nationals will move to 58-84. Shaw will call for time. A 5-spot, 9th inning for the Nationals has been the difference. When you look at the Cubs, only 3 runs on a day, 2 via solo home runs. Here's the 0-2. Flare to right field, it's tailing, it's going to get foul. Both teams have 7 hits. The issue for the Cubs is they only have 3 runs, while the Nationals have 6 runs. 3 home runs overall. 0-2, line drive right field, that'll drop. It's a good start, the line drive single. It's rally time. We have Kevin Alcantara. Go for 2 today. All the rally caps are on here. The first pitch. Ooh, Phil Cuzzy gives the Cubs a call. It's 1-0. That one definitely caught the inside corner, but it was ruled a ball. Again, not really well received from Alfaro, but that was a perfect pitch. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. You're down by 3. You just got to get base runners here. And a home run will definitely help do some cause, but you just need to get on base and avoid outs. Farrell will go to first. Shaw's back in time. That's the first disengagement of the bat. Here's the 1-1. How about hard? Nice sliding play. Garcia to second to turn from Abrams. He's safe. He looked out in real time. Cairo is most likely going to challenge this call. He will not challenge the call, actually. It looked like he was out in real time, but nice play from Abrams just to get that. It's very close. Good hustle from Alcantara, but the Cubs are down to their final 2 outs in this game. Real-time fooled me because the slow-mo replay did show he was safe. Here's Horner. He's 2 for 4 today. First pitch. High, pop fly. Shallow right field. It's Cruz who makes the catch for the second out. Cubs are down to their final out in this game. It's up Dean Happ to keep this game alive. Here will come sets. The pitch. Slow for ball one. Cubs need a heck of a rally to try and win this game. 1-0. That's inside 2-0. Seiya Suzuki's on deck. Here comes set. That's 3-0. Ball gets away from Alfaro, and Alcantara will hold it to first. It's 3-0 now. You want to run yourself into the final out of the ball game. Here comes set. The 3-0. Off the plate, ball 4, and that is going to bring the tie and run to the plate. Seiya Suzuki. One for Floor. He's flown out twice. He's singled and he's popped out. He has a chance here to be a big hero for the Cubs to try and tie this game. It's an RBI single today. Crowd standing up, trying to get loud. First pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. The man who has hit 2 home runs in this game, Carson Kelly, he's on deck. Rally caps are on all Cubs fans on the field. The 1-0, that's a strike, 1-1. Cubs fans doing a fastball right down the middle. Here comes set, the 1-1. Ground ball hit towards second. It's going to be caught by Garcia. He'll step on the bag, and that is going to do it for today's ball game. Cubs lose 6-3. We'll come back and wrap up this game on Shy Sports Live. Once again, Cubs lose 6-3 to the Nationals. Welcome back into Shy Sports Live here for a wrap up of this post game show with some stats. Cubs lose the third game of this rubber match, or the rubber match of this 3-game series, 6-3. And it was a game they had in hand until the very last inning. And what really hurts even more is Daniel Palencia left the game with an injury with his right arm or right side of his body. But let's go through the line, score by inning first. As the Cubs got on the board with a solo home run from Carson Kelly in the bottom of the second inning, made it 1-0 Cubs, and then Nationals did not score until the top of the fifth inning. They tied it up thanks to a Brady House sac fly, made it 1-1. And the Cubs took the lead thanks to a Seiya Suzuki RBI single. Made it 2-1 at the time. And in the bottom of the eighth inning, Carson Kelly hit his second home run of the season. Made it 3-1 at the time. But then the fifth inning is where it derailed for the Cubs. A 5 spot for the Nationals. The first 5 hitters off of Palencia reached. Just was not a good game. 2 home runs an inning, one by Hassel and one by Josh Bell, which was a 3-run shot, which was a difference in this game. So it was just was a disappointing end. So final score is 6-3. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Nationals. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Cubs. Now for some individual stats. First for the visiting Nationals. C.J. Abrams 1 for 4 today, a run and a strikeout. James Wood went 0 for 3 today with a run and a strikeout and a walk. Riley Adams went 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Josh Bell went 1 for 1 today, and that was a 3-run home run. Jorge Alfaro came in to catch and not get a plate appearance. Dalen Lyle again hitting the ball hard today. Went 2 for 4 today with 2 runs. Had another triple. He struck out. Andres Chaparro went 0 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts. Luis Garcia Jr. went 1 for 3 today with a walk and a strikeout. Brady House went 0 for 2 today, but 2 sac flies, 2 RBIs, and 2 strikeouts. Dylan Cruz 1 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts, and Robert Hassel III 1 for 3 with a run and RBI. That was a home run and a strikeout. For a total of 30 at-bats, 6 runs, 7 hits, 6 RBIs, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. Double by Garcia Jr., and triple by Lyle. Home runs from Bell and Hassel. Total bases, Cruz had 1, Bell had 4, Lyle had 4, Garcia had 2, Abrams had 1, and Robert Hassel III had 4. Sac flies, Brady House had 2 of them. Caught stealing, Dylan Cruz was caught stealing, and the Nationals left only 1 man on base. Now for the Cubs, Nico Horner went 2 for 5 today with a run scored. Ian Happ 1 for 4 with a walk. Seiya Suzuki went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Carson Kelly did damage mainly for the Cubs. 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, 2 strikeouts. Carlos Santana went 0 for 4 today. Dansby Swanson went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Justin Turner went 0 for 3 with a walk and 3 strikeouts. Matt Shaw went 1 for 3 today with a walk and a strikeout. And Kevin Alcantara went 0 for 3 today with a walk and a strikeout for a total of 38 5 at-bats, 3 runs, 8 hits, 3 RBIs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Horner had a double. Kelly had 2 home runs. Swanson had 1 total base. Kelly had 8. Shaw had 1. Happ had 1. Horner had 3. Suzuki had 1. Swanson had a stolen base. Cubs, this is the big one. They left 9 men on base today. Now for the pitching staff. Alex Alvarez got a no decision today. Went 4 2/3. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run. Clayton Beater came in for an inning in the third. Gave up a hit, struck out 3. Jackson Rutledge came in for an inning, gave up a hit, struck out 2. Mason Thompson came in for an inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. That run was earned. That was a home run from Carson Kelly, struck out 1. And Jose Ferrer came in for the 9th inning, got the save, won an inning, gave up a hit and a walk, but got 3 outs. For a total of 9 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 home runs. Now for the Cubs, Drew Pomeranz opened the game as an opener, pitched an inning, struck out 2. Colin Ray went 5 1/3, was in line for the win. He had 3 hits, 1 run. That run was earned, struck out 6. Caleb Diobar came in for 2/3 of an inning, struck out 1. Brad Keller came in for an inning, struck out 2. And unfortunately for Daniel Palencia, blew to save his 3rd of the season, and he might actually be done for the season with his potential injury. Did not register an out in the 9th inning. Gave 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, gave 2 home runs. And then Porter Hodge finished the 9th inning, getting those final 3 outs. Did walk 1, struck out 1. For a total of 9 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts, and 2 home runs given by Cubs pitching. And with that being said, once again, that'll do it for today's broadcast. The Nationals win 6-3. Tune in tomorrow night for Monday Night Football between the Bears and the Vikings in Chicago. But until then, we'll say so long from Shy Sports Live. Once again, the Cubs win at 6-3. Thank you for listening on Shy Sports Live.